Since Baillie Gifford US Growth Trust launched in March 2018, we have endured a global pandemic, war-sparked supply shocks, and most recently, the re-election of an uncommonly unpredictable US president. These once-in-a-generation events can tempt investors to cling to yesterday's certainties. However, if the past few years have taught us anything, what matters is not the structure you can see, but the foundation beneath. When the ground keeps shifting, the best architects focus on the foundations before building above. While our 5-year number remains distorted by the extreme volatility through COVID, we are satisfied to have matched a period of strong growth from the index since inception, and are pleased to share the strength of our shorter-term numbers. As long-term investors, we anchor our approach on patience through volatility, conviction-led investing, and a relentless focus on growth. While identifying tomorrow's exceptional companies is challenging, the real test is holding on to them through inevitable setbacks. History confirms that, for even the greatest investments, success rarely unfolds smoothly. The same lesson governs our handling of today's headlines. President Trump's second-term trade volleys and tariff threats move markets week by week, yet predicting his next tweet is not our edge. Instead, we must double down on the things that we believe we have an edge in analysing, and the forces whose trajectories remain largely price indifferent, like the structural drivers of lasting growth, declining battery costs underpinning electric vehicles, or falling inferencing costs fueling artificial intelligence, or the resilience and adaptability of companies we invest in, resilience to navigate the short term, and adaptability to thrive in the long run. Yet tailwinds and resilience alone are insufficient. The true differentiator underpinning adaptability and sustained long-term growth is a company's culture. Ask any structural engineer. Steel reinforcement makes concrete resilient and permits daring shapes. Inside companies, culture plays the same role, supporting companies in building on their opportunities. Consequently, CEOs and founders are builders with a clear vision of what they are creating and a strong cultural foundation that provides the scaffolding for everything they build above. A clear culture creates alignment, enabling companies to embrace those moments of transition and thrive in an ever-evolving environment. And this feels like a transition moment. We have had the emergence of generative AI, the re-election of Donald Trump, and companies steadying the ship post-COVID. But with fundamentals on a more even keel, we are seeing many companies reorient to focus on growth. This is the sort of environment where builders really come into their own. DoorDash, with its mission to grow and empower local economies, is stepping beyond its traditional restaurant delivery model and looking to rewire local commerce end to end. The company is pushing into high-frequency, non-restaurant baskets that deepen driver density economics. The company's logistics know-how stays constant, the market opportunity multiplies. Stripe's acquisition of Bridge in February 2025 folds stablecoin rails into its payment stack, slashing costs for cross-border transactions, especially from the global north to the global south. The move extends Stripe's foundational purpose, grow the GDP of the internet, into a parallel, programmable money system. Duolingo's cultural North Star is language access for all. With Duolingo Max, subscribers practice free-form dialogue with Lily, an AI persona offering personalized feedback, and experience edging ever closer to a human tutor at dramatically lower cost. The addressable learner pool and lifetime value expands with each improvement. More broadly, AI is reshaping industries and driving tangible changes across the economy, with growing evidence underscoring the materiality of this transformation. Companies across various sectors are increasingly highlighting significant productivity gains attributable to AI. We recognize that there is not a single optimal way to capture AI's potential in the company's portfolio. Instead, we have investments across the different layers of the AI stack, from infrastructure and edge compute to data management and applications built upon existing infrastructure. Generative AI's emergence and President Trump's tariff whiplash can make people feel uncomfortable and foster fear. But it is in these moments that builders thrive. Because in the end, America's greatness is not gifted by any administration. It is built brick by stubborn brick by founders and teams who see the city not as it is, but as it ought to be. Our job is to support the crane arm so that it can keep moving regardless of who is in power. And for us, that is the American dream made real.